Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Hobby Dude 007 channel. I am excited because today we are going to start a new project and going to try to finish up on one that's almost there. But this is for an upcoming show theme, so stick around and I'll show you what they are. Okay guys, so today we're going to start a new project, a gasser, and this is for a show theme. On May the 14th of this year, the South Carolina Modeler Association's Upstate contest, which I think is their biggest, is going to have one of the two themes, sub-themes, is called the Big Drag, and I'm going to try to get this built in time for that, and I'm sure that we can. I want to also wrap up the Aero Vet and do a little bit on my 32 Ford, which I still think I may do it as a jalopy. I'm not sure yet. I'm really thinking street rod too, because I love that Vicky as a street rod, but we'll see about that. But anyway, this is our focus today. So let's take a look at the kit. It is really cool. I have built this and the Anglia a number of times from when I was a kid, and isn't that just tough? Bad, man. Hood, all our parts are bagged up. A lot of chrome, which this I'll probably be stripping, and we're going to do a full detail on it. I don't know what modifications I'm going to do quite yet until I get back into it. There's a few things I already know about, but we'll get into that in a few minutes. And let me go ahead and get this stuff out of the bags. And we're going to start on the engine first, and we'll talk about that in just a sec. Hold on. Okay, so this is the entire kit unbagged, and you'll notice on the windows it's just a clear piece of plastic, and it comes with, in the instruction sheet, a full proper size template for the windows. So you just lay that over that, trace it out, and cut them right out. I kind of like this because I'm thinking about going like in the 60s. A lot of the teams that ran the gassers like to run the different color windows, blue, red, yellow, whatever, the different color windshield and windows. So I'm thinking about doing these in red, since that's red, white, and black are going to be the primary colors on this one, I think. As you can see, this is the whole kit right here. There's your body, which we're going to get back to in a minute, and you see the doors front and rear open. The chrome, like I said, I'm not really all that pleased with that. So we're going to be stripping a lot of this stuff off. I'm probably going to use aluminum or different valve covers. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to try to keep it original to the era as I possibly can. And these two sprues outside of the chrome are the whole car. You got the light bars for the rear suspension, the engine, transmission, the inside door panels for the front doors, and you see the panels molded in back here. Really sharp. The fiberglass type backs to the seats, that same type my uncle ran in his gasser. Really sharp. And you know, originally I was telling you that I was going to do, let me get my aftermarket stuff here. This is the stuff I was going to use. We're going to be doing the grill work, as you see here, from Model Car Garage. And I'm thinking about adding these side vents that were along the sides of the hood here too, that do not come on the car, but they're on the set there. And fuel injected, we decided to go with Ross Gibson Hillborn Hemi engine. And I'm really, after I look at this picture right here on the side of the box of the engine, the stock engine that comes in the kit, that is fuel injected as well, but you see how the velocity stacks are crossed underneath. I really like that for some reason. So I'm either going to go back and use this Hillborn or the stock, not sure. I've got aluminum pulleys that'll work on both engines, so that's no big deal. it comes with two 6-volt batteries. I'm thinking I'm going to go with one 12-volt because that would be about right. There's a set of aluminum velocity stacks for the Hillborn. But like I said, I'm swaying toward the other way. So what we're going to do is we're going to build up both of these things. I'm going to build up the basic block of the Hemi and the kit engine, and I'm gonna check them size wise. I'm basically I'm gonna have to do that before I can really figure out which one. So I'm gonna get these things cut out, cleaned up, and then we'll take a look. Stick around. Hey guys, I almost forgot. Before we get on that engine, let me share a few things about the body and the tires. The body, the wheel wells here are going to have to be wallowed out a little bit, and I'll show you why here in a minute. These are not the stock rims, but these are aluminum. But the stock slicks that come with it, as you can see, do not fit up in there. And one of the things with these old Gassers is the tires always stuck out a little bit on the side, whereas today they're more tucked up in there. But this won't even fit up in there, so we'll be taking our medicine bottle, putting some sandpaper around that, and then just kind of working that a little bit till we get that opened up just enough for the slicks to clear. And I think those will look pretty good. Speaking of the tires and wheels, these are the kit slicks, and they're pretty good. These are my aluminum wheels that are kind of era that I decided to use, and these are the kit front tires. And these are some front runners, some Goodyear front runners. You can see they're a bit bigger if we line them up. They're a little bit taller profile, but I like the fit of this. The stock wheels will also fit it. And I don't know, that kind of looks pretty good too, though. In the early stages, you guys know how it is. You're always trying to figure out what else to do there. Also, from Slicks, I got these. They're competition resins. And it's a set of wrinkle wall slicks, which was a real big thing back then. I guess you can see the wrinkles in the lower wall there, the tire. And these do fit them. These wheels do fit. And of course, they're not quite as wide, but it's still going to have to be opened up a little bit because they don't fit up in there either. But I'm really thinking about either one of these two. I guess to keep that era right, I may go with the wrinkle walls, a little bit flatter look. But again, still not sure yet. The doors and in the front and rear, like I was saying earlier, that's just one of those things that these kits have always been that way, where the doors open. Great thing with this is we are going to be able to see more of the detail that we're going to be adding on the inside and outside, photo etch and all that kind of stuff too, plus the fuel cell, battery, all that stuff in the back. Okay, let's get over and take a look at those engines. Okay guys, so we have our Ross Gibson resin Hillborn Hemi all finished, and we have the kit small block finished. And both actually turn out to look like pretty decent engines. Of course, I've built a number of Ross Gibson or resin engines too, and it's hard to beat them. However, the more I look at this, the more I like the kit engine and the more I think I can do with it. The other thing is, just sitting the body like this, from the inside it's even worse. But you see the width of the Hemi engine. It just will not fit under the hood. And I went ahead and dropped it down as low as I could get it. And it wants to sit, even though, and I can move the alternator, that's not a big deal. But it's still wanting to sit a little bit toward the driver's side, and even dropping it down. And keep in mind that the valve covers aren't even on this yet. But even dropping it down and moving, I measured moving it back to where, right about here, and just building into the bell housing or the transmission hump, it's still not going to be based on the narrow hood up here. Now I could do it. All I got to do is build another front forks for the chassis and all that stuff. But I think to keep that vintage look, I really do like this with those cross. And of course, I could cross those on this and keep that the same look on the Hemi. But for what I'm going for, I really think I'm going to stay with a small block. And yeah, y'all know me, I may change my mind tomorrow or in the middle of the night tonight and go back with the Hemi. But for right now, I'm thinking I just want to use the small block. But we'll take a look at that. I went ahead and marked all my injection pin marks that need to be removed. And you remember we'll be using the sanding pin for probably most of that stuff to get that off. And then, of course, the copyright stuff here that's molded in, we'll remove all that stuff too. The other thing I discovered was, remember I showed you just earlier that the wheel wells just weren't big enough. They just, and this is the kit tires, but it's the same with the wrinkle slicks too. They just won't go up in there. So I took my pill bottle and my 320 sandpaper, and as you see, that goes right up in there now, whereas on this side, not even close. And you see I've got the wheels where they'll just fit right flush up in there beautifully. But with these wheel wells in the back, these things are really narrow. They stick out way too far. So I'm going to cut, in our next video, we're going to cut these off, and we're going to build some tubs. So these, instead of sitting way out here, and that's all the way against that thing, we'll be able to bring, well, we'll be able to, once we build the wheel wells, we'll be able to bring them in more. And I think it'll look better too. So that's what we're going to be doing there. So we'll be building this. We'll do a little bit of body work. I do want to focus on the engine or engines while I make up my mind there. And I'm thinking about, hey, y'all put in the comments what you think of this. I'm thinking about mounting the nose permanently, because see, this thing, as you remember, is a flip nose. And hold on a minute, and I'll pull that out there. I've got it taped on. This thing is a flip nose, so in reality, it would just flip forward. But I remember seeing an Anglia when my uncle ran, that they had taken and cut straight across here, and they had this front piece mounted solid, and then the main hood part right here in the center just pulled right up. And you can see there's a little mold line right there. Anyway, so I'm thinking about doing that and mounting this permanently. Ooh, that's got a little bit of a dip in it. That's going to have to be fixed. But I can show you how to do that. But I think it looks, I think with what I've got in my mind, I think this is going to be a pretty sharp looking little hot rod when it's done. Again, I think I don't want to get these tires in too far, but right in there I think would look pretty good for the era. And I really love those aluminum wheels. Well, I think that's it. I've got a few other videos I'm trying to get put together real quick too. But this is going to be the focus, since I do have a deadline on this, and I do want to get back on the stock cars. By the way, on the stock cars, on the 32nd scale super detail, I asked you guys to let me know if you thought the 43, the first one should be the 43 or the 3, and the 3 kind of has won out on that, so it'll be the Earnhardt Lumina, which is one of my favorite cars as far as the Luminas go. So, oops, sorry about that. We'll be getting on that too, but I'm really eager to get into this. We'll get that other side wallowed out. This thing opened up too. And next time you see it, I'll try to have the wheel wells cut out and ready for the new ones. And, of course, we'll have to narrow the rear end. There'll be a few things we'll get into doing. And, well, I don't know if we'll have to narrow that rear end or not. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't built this thing, one of these things, in so long. I really look forward to it, and what I've got pictured in my head, I think you're going to like. Yeah, that's it for right now, guys. If you're not a subscriber, head over, give us a subscription, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming updates. And please leave a comment. I try to read them all and respond to them all. And let me know what you think of where we are right now and what we're doing. God bless, guys. See you in the next video.